So I know that it is only mid-September, but I'm starting to think about how we can prepare and strengthen our bodies now to get us ready for the cold and flu season, which is quickly approaching. The kids have gone back to school. There's all those viruses being passed around. We are coming upon fall. The temperatures are going to start to drop soon. It's still 90 degrees in Hawaii, but it will happen. And I think that now is the perfect time to think about what are some practices that I can put into place that are really going to set me up for success so that I can stay strong throughout the cold and flu season. So number one is to cut out the sugar. I'm talking about refined sugar. We all know that sugar is bad for us. It's highly addictive. It creates inflammation in the body. Sugar lowers our immune system. And it creates this damp, mucusy, phlegmy, stagnant environment in the body that's the perfect environment for bacteria and viruses to really flourish. And we also know that because sugar is so addictive, it can take a little bit to kind of work that out of our diets. So start thinking about that now. Think about the ways in which you're getting refined sugar in your diet on a daily basis or on a weekly basis, and think about how you can what you can start eliminating. Fruit is fine to eat. Things like maple syrup and honey and coconut sugar and agave, those are still all sugars. They're not as bad as refined sugar, but if you're having a bunch of honey in your tea or your coffee all day long, or agave, that's a lot of sugar that you're putting into your body. So start to think about how you can cut sugar out right now. The second thing we want to do is to really properly hydrate our bodies. So a good rule of thumb is to take your weight in ounces. So say you weigh 150 pounds, you're gonna divide that in two, so that's 75 ounces of water. If you weigh 120 pounds, that's going to be about 60 ounces of water per day. That's just a general rule of thumb. It's going to depend on how hot it is where you live, how much you're sweating, your activity level every day. Things like unsweetened herbal tea or water with lemon or cucumber slices, that all counts towards your water intake for the day. Green tea, coffee, soda, juice, even coconut water, that doesn't count towards your intake of pure water every day. If you're someone who drinks a bunch of water and you feel like it just runs right through you and you're always having to go to the bathroom because you have such a full bladder all the time from drinking all that water, then it's possible that your body's not really taking in that hydration. So one thing you can do is consider making an unsweetened herbal tea and have that instead, because the herbs all contain minerals, which are like electrolytes, and they help to better hydrate the body. If you want to have coconut water, that's fine. I would dilute it half water, half coconut water, because coconut water does contain sugar, especially the ones that have a little bit of fruit sugar added to them, which makes them taste very yummy. But we want to, again, be careful of our sugar intake. When the body is properly hydrated, then our tissues are able to better receive all of the good nutrients that we put into our bodies. Water is also so important for detoxification. It helps to flush out all the stuff that we don't want in there. It really helps with our energy levels. It helps with digestion. It's needed for all of the systems in the body to run smoothly. The last piece that I want to talk about today is movement and exercise. You may not realize this, but it's so important for a healthy immune system, because when you move, you increase your circulation. You also decrease that stagnation that so many people get because they're not moving. When you have a stagnant environment, then that's when things like bacteria and viruses can really grow, and it's just the perfect environment for them. So we want to keep moving. When we exercise, we also tend to breathe more. We breathe more deeply. Breathing is a form of detoxification. Also, deep breathing helps to put us into the rest and digest mode, or the parasympathetic nervous system. It helps to kick in that parasympathetic nervous system state. So we want to make sure that we're exercising. The other thing about exercise is that it helps to move our lymphatic system. So our lymphatic system lies beneath our skin. It's made up of different tissues and organs, and it contains lymph, which is this fluid that helps to move waste and toxins out of the body. But our lymphatic system depends on us to move it. So if we are not moving, if we're not moving our bodies, then our lymphatic system's not going to operate as well as it could, and all of that junk is going to get stuck. So those are my top 3 tips for starting to think about how to strengthen our bodies now to get us through the cold and flu season in a much easier and healthier way. Next time we will talk about sleep and more.